Is it cheating if you're not married? I want to know, and I want to get into that. This is what I believe. I'm going to tell you guys what I believe the purpose of dating is. The purpose of dating to me is to discover who you are marrying. The key word, that's the key word, who. And when I say who, I'm not talking about personality traits. He's funny, I'm funny. He's smart, I'm smart. We both like the color blue. And I'm also not talking interests, similar interests. Like he wants to get married, I want to get married. He's a Christian, I'm a Christian. He wants to be the provider, I want to be submissive. It's not even that. Even if you guys have the same interests, that still doesn't mean nothing. Honestly. It's not about same personality traits, not about same interests. It's about knowing who you're getting married to, knowing their character, knowing their true intent, knowing their heart. Many will say, how could you ever know that? How do you know that? How could you ever discover that? Great question. It's got to be revealed to you. It's got to be revealed. You can't make yourself see it. You can't force it to happen. You can't date 1,000 years to finally discover it. No. It has to be revealed. So if it has to be revealed, then that means it has to come from God. And that means that God has to present it to you. He has to put together the right people. It ain't about interest and it ain't about personality traits. All those things are like icing on the cake, but it ain't the cake. It ain't the cake. And a lot of people think it's the cake. And I'm gonna tell you why. Until it is revealed to you, until you know who you're gonna marry, you're single. Until you know who the person is that you want to marry, you are a single person. So to answer the question, in my opinion, it is not cheating if you're not married. There is no commitment outside of marriage. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you get married, like I said, when you know who the person is, and then you have no doubt you can move forward. But the point of dating is to discover who you like, what you like, who you're into, who you're not into. You also, when you're dating and you don't know who the person is yet, then you're gonna doubt. You're gonna doubt that person. And you should doubt. You should have a change of mind. You should question. And you should be able to see other people if you want to see other people, right? If you doubt this person is the right fit, you should have the freedom and the ability to go see somebody else. You should. You should have the right to do it. And you should have the freedom to go do it. What happens in these relationships and when you're dating, there's these false ties that come about and people think that they own each other before they're even married. And now if you change your mind or you talk to somebody else, you're a cheater. No, you guys still don't even really know each other yet. You're still getting to know each other. So there shouldn't be these false ties anyway. You should have the freedom to change your mind and be with somebody else. And that way, when you go and decide, oh wait, I actually don't like this or I don't want this, then you can be sure about what you do think you want or who you want. Maybe you did have the right guy, but you were unsure. So you had to go explore, live life. And then you realize, oh, okay, that was the right guy. Maybe he's still there. Maybe he's gone, whatever, right? But the point is having the freedom to do these things. And I want to tell you why. It's because you want to be chosen, not questioned. What does that even mean, Joel? You want to be chosen. If you're going to get married, you want to be able to choose that person and have no doubt about the person and vice versa. You don't want to get married and then question. You want to be chosen, not questioned. You don't want to get married and be like, oh, shoot, was this the right? Oh, shoot, I don't know. No, that means you didn't know who you married. And that's why divorces happen. And with that being said, this is from Wealth on Instagram. So this is a little couple headlines that I've seen. Couples who spend a fortune on their wedding rings are more likely to get divorced, right? I seen this. I thought that was pretty interesting. I'm going to tell you how it makes sense with the topic today. Also, high wedding costs overall, not just a ring, are also linked to a greater chance of divorce. I found that to be very, very interesting. Why? Because that's usually happens when people just don't know who they're marrying, they get together. Right? They just get together. They don't really know each other. And oftentimes it's just ignorance, right? You think that that's the right thing to do to get married and do these things. But oftentimes the reason why people go out and spend all this money, this big ring, this big wedding, oftentimes is they're trying to legitimize a feeling. They do all these big things and they put on this big show. They make this big statement in order to legitimize a feeling that they have. And that's when divorces happen. Because what happens? Those feelings pass. And now you're like, oh, shoot. Who this? What I got going on? What happened? And now you done spent all this money to do this big old thing, and now you broke, but also your relationship is based off emotions. It's not the way to go. And I realized this happens because you didn't know who you married. And that's the whole point of dating, is this: discover who. And you should have the right to date who you want and be free about it. Now, I'm not saying that's a pass and an excuse to go be wild and reckless and free and crazy, but you have the right to explore, discover, grow. How do I know this? I'm gonna finish it off right here. How do I know this? Is a few years ago, I met a lady, and you guys about to get the tea. Ooh, about to get the tea. A few years ago, I met a lady, and it was right. It was the right way. It was natural. It came out the right way. It was going well, but I was an alpha bro. I was one of those alpha bros. Chest out, staunch. I'm the man, I'm the guy. Just on a high horse. Relationship fell through because I was on a high horse, because I was this alpha bro, because I was calling all these shots and I was telling them what to do. You better obey. You better do this. I'm the man. You follow me. I call the shots. I was on this like alpha bro type thing. That's why I talk against the alpha bro stuff now, because I realized that was just a mess. It was just all ego. It was all puffed up. So I was an alpha bro and the relationship fell through. I had something decent. It was going well. She had her stuff too, her issues too, but I was wrong for what I was doing. It wasn't wrong though, it was a lesson learned. But I humbled myself after that. I was kicked right off my high horse because I thought I wanted to marry this person, and I fell off the high horse. And it humbled me. I humbled myself. When I humbled myself and I grew, then another opportunity came about. I met another lady. And this time, I was in a different place. I wasn't on this high horse, right? I grew, I learned, I understood more. And then the truth was revealed. I discovered the who in this person. And then I married her. Because I discovered who, and it made sense to me, and I did it. With that being said, is you gotta know who, or don't marry yet, right? Just date, be chill, and you gotta hop off the alpha bro stuff. That's why I be speaking on it on the show. I be talking about it, and I be saying like, you can't be doing no alpha bro stuff. Why? I've been there, I did it, didn't work. It's just ego. It's just pride. It's just silly stuff. It's still beta. It's really still beta. It's beta now learning a mask, learning how to act, and that ain't it.